go out and try it. There's I think really no downside. I mean, I don't know if you have one other than that, it maybe takes a little bit of the discovery away from the game, which I definitely feel that and felt that with SAS and, in the old Keyforge system. But I think if you're just looking to kind of have some decks thrown your way in your collection that you should maybe look at, I think that's a great resource. And then we run the sales. By all means, if you want to participate and it's great for you, feel free to participate. We want to be able to get our collection out there and available to those who maybe don't have access to it or are looking for pieces for a deck that they don't have in their collection. But if it's, not your thing, no harm, no foul, right? I'm still here. Like, if you match up against me, I'm not trying to sell you decks. I'm just here to play, right? So, I would definitely say I'm in the community as a player just as much as I'm doing those things. So if you see me, feel free to reach out and just say hi, because I enjoy playing and I'd like to meet you.
And I'm really excited for the future of where SolForge Fusion decks can go as well, because it is in beta and you're tweaking the algorithm as you go and as you get feedback from people. And I love the collection manager, don't get me wrong, it's such a great tool, but I remember it first time as a new player opening that up, it can be a bit daunting because, from the user experience perspective, I've come to love it so much. But it is great to have like a mix of tools for different personality types and people. Some people want to see all the data like spread out so they can use it exactly like they want it. And some people just want to enter in their details and see a website, generate some ideas and just go from there. So I think they can both coexist in a really, really positive way.
Oh, for sure. And I don't know the origin story of the collection manager, but if you can find that out someday, Bryce, I mean, when that tool hit the market, that was a defining moment for SolForge when that tool hit the market and people could start to like quickly sift through their decks, and you didn't have to like pick up your red deck and count your dinos manually. So anyways, if you find out and get the origin story of the collection manager, props to those folks who put that together. I've definitely interacted with them. I don't know the full origin story there, but that tool has been, tremendous in the community.
I'm going to take that on notice and definitely put that on my bulletin board for a list of future episode ideas. That'd be great. I keep saying last thing, but there is one more thing. I like to put a little secret word in each of the episodes so that if people listen to the episode to this point, right to the end, and they hear the secret word and you're going to come up with it so you can start thinking about what you want the secret word to be. All you need to do is message me, Iron Bryce, on Discord. I'm in the Stoneblade server and the SolForge server. Just message me the deck code and I'll put you in the draw to win a digital deck. So you've had a little bit of time to think of it. You can be as creative or non-creative as you like, but just a code or a phrase.
I was trying to be creative. How about Gray Viking Zemus?
Perfect. Nice little throwback to some of the things we talked about. Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you again for coming on the pod. It was really great to chat to you. Loved the conversation and some of the topics you touched on and the way you've expressed your love for this game, which is what this podcast is all about. There's lots of other podcasts you can listen to if you're interested for more SolForge Fusion resources. Charge Plated podcast run by Jerk is great. The Fifth Cycle, another great podcast. And there's more and more YouTube videos being put out by different content creators all the time. And there'll also be a link to SolForge Discord in the notes. And that's where you can find me and interact with me and the other community members in Australia and around the world that we're trying to help grow the game. Thank you again for coming on. Really appreciated it. And see you next time, everyone.